if I told you the juiciest war in history was fought with steak? Not guns, not tanks, just cows' tariffs and too much testosterone. Welcome to the Great Beef War, where Argentina and the U.S. battled for meat supremacy. And the only real casualties were vegetarians. In the early 1900s, Argentina had one powerful weapon, beef. Juicy, tender, world-famous beef. The U.S. wanted a taste of that meat empire. But Argentina said, you can look but you can't grill. Enter the British meat cartel, yes. That was a real thing. They controlled meat exports like a mafia with steaks. So Argentina teamed up with Britain. Together, they formed a coalition of the grilling. Argentina was now meat-rich and ego-high. They strutted into trade talks like a cow in designer boots. But the U.S., America was salty. They slapped tariffs on Argentine beef harder than a grill marks a steak. Suddenly, steaks weren't just food. They were weapons. Argentina retaliated by calling America's beef dry and emotionally unavailable. Ouch! But then, beef drama intensifies. Chicago, the meat capital, was caught importing British beef. Not local. Scandal. Betrayal. Un-American grilling. Protests sizzled across the U.S. Even cows were mooing in confusion. And Argentina, they just slow-cooked popcorn and watched the U.S. implode. America fired back with ads. Billboards popped up, Argentine beef causes emotional damage. Argentinian ranchers laughed. Then launched their own U.S. Cows cried during thunderstorms. The beef shade war escalated. Talk shows argued, which beef has more emotional maturity? One senator cried during a steakhouse interview. Meanwhile, Texas grilled a cow-shaped piata filled with confetti brisket. Argentina held a barbecue dance-off judged by cows in wigs. No one knew what was happening anymore, but everyone agreed. The stakes had never been higher. Ever seen a cow in therapy? This war was only getting juicier. World leaders tried to intervene. By hosting a peace barbecue summit, Argentina brought kimikuri. America brought ranch dressing. The foods stared each other down. Talks collapsed when a diplomat called brisket just fancy pot roast. Gasps. Someone fainted into a plate of ribs. The UN proposed mandatory steak therapy. Cows were invited to speak. They just mooted in trauma. At this point, nobody remembered why the war started. But everyone agreed. The barbecue was excellent. Peace was declared. Over pulled pork and forgiveness. And that's how a meat feud nearly grilled global diplomacy. Moral of the story: never mess with cows or condiments. Years later, a statue was built. Not of a hero, but a cow wearing sunglasses and holding a steak. The plaque read, "To the beef that united us all." Eventually, Argentina opened a museum of meat diplomacy. Meanwhile, the U.S. introduced Beef Day, a national grilling holiday. The media dubbed it a burger battle, complete with sizzling headlines and beefy drama. Cows now live in fear of both war and TikTok influencers. But deep down, one truth remains: humans will always find a way to turn even lunch into an international incident. Peace was declared with a handshake over a smoking grill. Argentina threw a nationwide barbecue so intense, satellites saw the smoke. America hosted a We Totally Won cookout, featuring emotional brisket. Britain quietly moonwalked out of the room with a tray of unseasoned meat. Argentina's president was gifted a golden spatula for heroic beefsmanship. U.S. farmers got commemorative aprons that said, "Aye, fought a trade war, and all I got was this lousy tariff. Meat exports soared. Cows sighed. Vegetarians wept. Argentina launched a new dish called diplomatic ribs, served cold, obviously. The U.S. blamed Canada for something. Probably maple smoked bacon. And somewhere, a cow looked at the camera like, "You'll need therapy." And that's how beef nearly broke international diplomacy. Forget missiles. Next time, send steaks. History is weird, delicious, and full of grill marks. So, whose side are you on? Argentina's juicy pride? Or America's emotionally brisket head rage? Drop your pick below, rare or well done. And don't forget to subscribe before another food war breaks out. Because next time, it might be about cheese.